Hi Gemini, this is Kay. You're on the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to your reading. I hope you're doing well and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. So we're going to start off your reading with the past, present, and near future energies. Using these two decks I have together. I've got two decks because hopefully we can avoid duplicates, you know, having the same kind of cards come out all the time. And this just gives it better coverage, I think, for all the over the entire zodiac family. All right, so Archangel Michael, what can we pull from this beast of a deck for Gemini's past energy? Book burning. Whoa, gotta love that. Yeah, book burning. I'll read that in just a minute. Oh wow, didn't expect that. And present day, tandem bicycling. So on the move with someone else. And near future. Fishing pole. Oh, extend oneself. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I can see it already. So book burning, near past, near or far past, okay? You have to decide. So it's censorship, silencing, control, discord, canceled, persecute, suffocate, destroyed heritage, limiting freedom, constraint, rewrite history, mind games, changing the narratives. Well, definitely something has come to a standstill, an end, because there's some kind of limit being imposed on you, being censored, silenced, control, canceled, suffocated, limited freedom, constraint. And then you get on a bicycle with somebody else. Let's see. Present day energy is synchronized, alliance, duo, partnership, unison, equality, collaboration, togetherness, simpatico, aligned, hookup, cooperation, harmony, help, consensus, and two of a kind. Okay. Yeah, and so then the near future is fishing pole, self-reliance, extend oneself, autonomy, mentoring others, poetry in motion, exploration, providing, connect with nature, accomplishment, reflection, self-improvement, and capable. So right away, what I get from this is that feeling, you know, restricted here in the near past, in whatever capacity that is, whatever area of life that is, just to not being able to expand yourself in a relationship that was not going anywhere. It's too restricting. Maybe you're with somebody who just didn't want you to, you know, maybe they were super jealous and you could even have girlfriends or guy friends, even if you're a girl or a guy. Or its job, career was being restricted. Perhaps you are a writer too. You could be a writer and you're finding that people are, like publishers or whatever, don't want to, whatever it is you're writing about, it's not something that they want to publish. So they're trying to get you to fall within the norm, you know, within the lines between being too extremist and not extreme enough, or not, you know, too extremist and quite not extreme at all, like very limited. Yeah, from one extreme to the other, right? And career could be the same thing, where your ideas or your way of doing something with your work is frowned upon and you're feeling suffocated and controlled, maybe even persecuted, because somehow just because they don't like what your ideas are or how you do your work, they're kind of keeping you under their thumb and not allowing you to advance in your at the job, in your career. It could be, you know, a host of anything. Could even be something like the health, your physical, mental, or emotional. Mental, emotional health kind of go together, but your physical health. It could be that you feel as though you would like to try a particular treatment, but your doctor is saying no. It's too risky. They don't want you doing that. And you're saying, but why not? Can it be any worse than it is already? And your doctor's saying, yeah, but I don't want to be the one to be responsible for your treatment if you decide you have to have it that way. And then you say, okay, well, maybe I'll get on the bike with someone else, you know, get on the bike with somebody else, and then, you know, I'm free to be myself and to live my life in a way that is, I'll be able to take care of myself. I'm self-reliant, right? I can expand on myself, because if I'm taking a treatment that I feel is going to work for me, then just that's half the battle when I believe in it. The other half is it actually going to work physically. But when you're doing something you feel is right for you, that's going to work for you in some manner, at the very least in some manner, it's going to work for you. If not, it does a really good job. And it might be some kind of treatment that really puts you back on your feet, like right away, within a short period of time. Yeah, it could have long-term effects, but short-term, things are feeling a whole lot better than they were before you decided to do the treatment. You know, for diabetes or heart disease or something, liver, who knows. It could be a natural way of doing it. And then you're feeling so much more at peace with yourself. You know, the fishing pole is kind of like you're going out fishing for the day on your own. And it's going to be a quiet type of activity, because, you know, you can't be loud and taking a lot of action, moving around a lot or talking a lot, because it scare the fish away. So it's the place where you can commune with nature and reflect on many things, and how your life's been going and where you can see your life going. So that could even be a health situation for one or two Geminis, okay? But it would be more like a relationship or work. Let's see, maybe even in finances. You might be finding that either you are lacking funds, that's kind of making you feel restricted, limited in your ability to enjoy your life to the fullest, or that you have your money invested, but it is not in a place where you've put it in a place a while back, maybe, that it's just been, it's in a growth fund or a secure fund or something that is just about, it's about being safe and with a little growth. And you're finding that's too restricting now. You're feeling like you could expand on your finances, you got more to play with, kind of thing, and so you could invest in a more risky taking type of investment. Maybe even buy property, you know, become a landlord, or put a stock in or a share in to all these different companies, or become a partner in some kind of nursing home investment, stuff like that, whatever. But so it's easy, all right? Let's look at this from a relationship position or a career. Okay, when I see career, I'll mention it, but we're going to stick with the relationship. So there's something there, you're in a relationship that you felt as though you were under someone's thumb. Basically, they wanted to control what you said, what you didn't say, if that's possible, what you didn't say, what you did and what you didn't do, even maybe what you ate and what you didn't eat and drank. But they were in some, you were feeling like You're suffocated in a relationship, possibly, maybe not that to the controlling to that extent, but in a suffocating relationship where they always knew, they want to know where you're going and when you're going to be home, and or that they didn't even want you to go anywhere, that they want to see you at home. If they're at home, they want to see you at home. Even when they're not at home, they still want to see you at home, you know. And so you are trying to get out from underneath that. You're burning the book that has to do with the book of commitment, you know, the book of loyalty. You're burning that book. Okay, so we got snake. Yeah. All right, snake. Right, snake. Lilies. So the snake, the queen, this is the queen of clubs, or wands, queen of wands. This is the king of swords. Speaking your truth. Lilies. Speaking your truth. Now let's see what your near future energy is. The ring, commitment to yourself. It's an ace of wands. A passionate commitment, possibly to this person that you're riding tandem with, the bicycle. And let's get the major arcana, see what we can say about that. The lilies is like new. Here's the Empress. Empress with the Barkana rune, which is about birth, and I think the lilies, it's a stork, the lilies, I'm not sure. I have to check. Let's get clarification for the Empress card, please, Archangel Michael. It's fertility, environment, motherhood, nature, and pregnancy. So nature, nature, nature. All right. The Wheel of Fortune. Yay. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I want to read the description of the lilies. We know what the snake is already. Let's see what the lilies say. Lilies. Calm, peace, serenity is what I preach. Your parents and elders show up under my symbol. I bring wisdom and experience. I signify a long-term relationship or ancestry. Contentment and satisfaction is my angle. Yet sexuality and passion. It's symbolic. The lily is symbolic of sexuality and passion, but also purity. Can also symbolize motherhood. The calm-looking flowers with their, that's not the same card. Okay, that they are both growing yet eternally captured. We might suggest that they are a range of excitement, sexual nurturing, or the absence that excitement is chastity. Okay, so it's just pure and simple, and it's, or excite their nature. So yeah, it is about purity, of course, but it's, you know, sexuality and passion. And we got the Ace of Wands right here with the contentment, with the ring, the commitment, pardon me. The ring, that's 7 is the heaven number. 3 is communication, and then 7 again is heaven number. So somebody was in the process maybe of shedding their skin, but they hadn't done it yet. In any case, they didn't do it soon enough, and now they look like a viper, you know. They behave like a viper towards you. They're sneaky, underhanded, they're deceptive, you know, deceiving, and untrustworthy. Look at this poor, I think it's like a hedgehog, not a hedgehog, but a gopher or a prairie dog or something. And that viper's going, I sure could eat you. Yes, I could devour you in one quick whip, right? Like that. So, snake, yep. Somebody they've been preaching to you what they have not been following themselves. So, if you were to go out with friends, like especially if it's the opposite sex, they wouldn't have it. They wouldn't allow you, but it's okay for them to. And then they probably are doing things that wouldn't want you to know. And if you do by chance get to go out with the opposite sex, even if with your own gender, they've got 1,000,001 questions. They're paranoid, they are suspicious, and they want to be in charge of your freedom. They want to be in charge of your freedom. And you're like, hell no. We're burning that book of loyalty and commitment. That loyalty and commitment to them is not reciprocated to you. So burning the book is like saying, I'm ending this, I'm done with this. It's over with. It's over with. I'm silencing you. Now I'm controlling you because I'm taking charge. I'm taking back my own power, Gemini, you're saying. I'm taking back my own power, and it starts with burning all the marriage vows kind of thing, that you'll be with them till you love them in times of sickness and in health, and this and that and that and this till death do you part. And you're saying, to hell with that. That's done. I'm done with this. I'm done with your controlling nature. I'm done with you being sneaky and underhanded and manipulating me, telling me one thing and doing the opposite, telling me you're doing one thing but you're actually doing the opposite, something else. I don't really know who you are. I thought I did, but I don't. It's like, and then when I want to do something, it's like, it's $64 million. It's like, you need to answer a pile of questions. Where, what, how, why, and when, and how come again? Where, what, how, why, and when, and how come again? Yeah, so you're just like tired of that. And so you have actually, and the reason why you're in this energy of taking your power back and burning the book is because you've met somebody else already that you find attractive and interesting, that you would like to get to know. So you ask to get on the same timeline, like synchronize with each other, partner up to maybe go to cooking class together or riding bikes in tandem in the park on every Sunday afternoon. You collaborate together, saying, Flo, like next weekend I'm planning on going to blah 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 blah. What are your plans? And you're like, you know what? I think I was planning on going to blah 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 blah. Really? Yeah, really. So like, why don't we just go together? Well, that's the whole thing. But you're two of a kind, and you're harmonious together, and you help each other. You don't have this controlling, like this is absolute, this energy here with the tandem bicycle is the absolute opposite of the book burning energy. And so it's purity. Someone's doing it with good intentions. They care for you, if not love you. They care for you, you care for them. And the Empress energy could simply be that you are still married, or that you're evolved because you burned the book. It's like you're taking back your power, so you're stepping into the Empress. You still could be married, but in the process of starting a new cycle by breaking off the marriage, getting a divorce, separation and divorce. The new cycle, the Wheel of Fortune, moving forward in a much more fortuitous way, because trying to take things to another level or move forward with this person here, it was like pulling your eye teeth to do so, because they were so restricting, so controlling, that anything that you would suggest that you could do to expand your life in some way, like doing maybe buying a house or going on vacation or getting a car. They always want to know why you want a new house, why you want a new car. What's wrong with this one? Vacation, we could just stay here, because they don't want you to get out on a beach somewhere in your bikini, right? They don't want that. or if you're the woman, or if you're the man watching this, Gemini, they don't want you to see you, they don't want other women to see you in your Speedo, you know. But there'll be always that suspicion, that paranoia, that if you want to do something, that you're planning, your intention is doing it together as a couple, because you want to do things together as a couple. You're married to them, or you're in a commitment with them. So yes, of course you want to do things together as a couple, but they're always suspicious. They're like, why do you want to do that? We're fine where we're at. Or they're penny pinching. Maybe they're really quite miserly, and every time you want to spend $5, you know, or $100, it's like, holy cow, you've got to write down a contract that you're going to owe them back $100, even though it's both your money. But you're going to owe them $100 plus interest, and it's going to be 18% interest, if not 30. You know, so it's they really are quite extreme, an extremist in the sense that you just feel like you can't move to do anything, to spend money, to buy clothes, to buy makeup if you're a woman, to make a larger purchase than that, or if you even need to go to the grocery store to pick up something because you plan on cooking something for supper or baking something and you don't have the ingredient at home. It's like, where are you going? How much are you going to spend? Blah, 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 this and that. Oh, well, just don't spend more than $5. It's going to cost you $5 in gas just to go down there, so you're only going to have $5. I gave you a $10 budget. So something like that, right? So it's just so restricting. You just don't feel like they care for you, because they want to keep you under lock and key. You know, they just don't want you to be enjoying your life in their mind in any frivolous way, whether it's about money or it's about just the people your free time, how you want to spend your free time. Whew, I feel for you. So, you know, this is a pure intention. This is about caring. You know, this is about wisdom. This is you listening to your inner wisdom saying it's time for you to get on a bike with somebody else. Okay? Because then the two of you are going to be so in sync with each other that you can actually go fishing together, because you're going to understand you're in love with nature, you know, because you ride the bike in the park, you're in love with nature, so you understand that when you go fishing, you be quiet, you know, you don't be slapping around and yakking and hooing and anything else. Don't slap the water, anything like that. You just be very, very quiet. And the both of you understand that, and you totally enjoy that quiet time and of reflection, even though you've got company. And then there's the ring, the contract, the Ace of Wands. Someone's passionately offering up, maybe during a fishing event or fishing expedition, they're going to get down on their knee, but very quietly get down on their knee and ask you to marry them. Right there. They may not be wanting to marry you, but they want to make this a deal, a commitment with you. You're their empress. They want to make you, if you're still married, that's fine. Once you get divorced, they're making you their empress, okay? But it's a new cycle for you, a fortuitous one, a Wheel of Fortune cycle. So let's get some more information from Tarot. Nine of Wands, yeah, book burning time. Wounded warrior, right? Many battles. But you have still, because maybe of your age, or maybe just from your own commitment to yourself, self-love, self-care, that you're saying, this person is not going to take me down. down and out. Not going to take me down so that I can't even muster up the energy to carry on with my life and just stay in this situation. This is not going to be the end of me. No, I'm not going to stay in this relationship. I'm not going to stay in this situation, even if it's at work. I am not going to, fall flat on your face and stay there, kind of thing. And just accept it as this is my lot in life, and I just don't have the energy to do anything about it. You're not doing that. And then the Eight of Swords. But there's a whole lot of concern because this is change, man. This is change in life, right? You're making a decision to burn the vows, to say, I'm not doing this with you anymore. I'm out of here. Out of here. And now, who knows how long you've been together, Gemini, but it's going to be a change. You're not going to have that person. You're not going to have, maybe not even be living in the same apartment or house together anymore. You may not even have your vehicle that you drive. All you might have is the clothes on your back and the place that you go to work. And your friends, of course, and family, if you got some. But other than that, whatever you've known to be routine or your daily grind, that you know that when you leave home, you go to work, and when you leave work, you go back to your home. And it's this, that, and the other thing. You feed the dog, make dinner, do dishes, relax, and go to bed. Get up, go to work in the morning. That with this person beside you in the bed, if they're at home in your bed with you, or if they're doing something else, because they tell you got to stay home. So it's familiarity, right? That is going to feel like chaos at first because you're changing some major things in your life. So Eight of Swords energy, up in your head, worrying. Am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to stay away from this person? Or am I going to run back to them in fear? Fear of not being able to make it out on my own without them. Ten of Cups. Well, so this person here that you have struck up an interest in, that you're riding bikes with, is someone who wants to, after you get out of that, they want to make you their empress. They want to start a new cycle with you, and they want to have a Ten of Cups happily ever after with you. But at first, you're going to have to break away from being someone else's wife and possibly have kids with them. Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is with the lilies. So this, the Knight of Wands with the lilies. We got the King of Swords here with the lilies, right? They speak their truth. You speak your truth, you speak your truth, they speak their truth. The two of you are so aligned with each other. Synchronized, aligned, they say partnership, unison, equality, collaboration, togetherness, so forth and so on and so on. Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is all about fun. Being irresponsible and irresistibly irresponsible. It's like the bad guy, right? The guy, how women fall for the is it the bad guy? What do they call a guy that is just kind of a rebel, right? So this guy may just, he's not only romantic and impassioned, like knows how to charm you, or girl, okay, guy or girl, knows how to charm you. That's what happened here, is that you were charmed by a Queen of Wands. See, this Viper is charming you. This is the person, they charmed you off your feet and you said yes. But they've controlled you since then, okay? This person is straight up and will speak the truth to you, but he or she is also a whole lot of fun. Now remember, as the Queen of Wands here, excuse me, Gemini, this isn't you, this is your person. So you could be a woman or a man in the Queen of Wands energy, okay? But in any case, this person here, because this card goes with that one, this one goes with that one, they are a lot of fun. In short, they're a lot of fun. And you just, they're irresistible because they're not only charming, but they speak their truth. They're charming in a way, in a very honest way, innocent, charming way. And you just find that so delightful and very attractive. So you are ready to jump through hoops of fire with them, like you see in the other cards of the Knight of Wands on his horse jumping through the hoop of fire. You're ready to do that. You want to be impulsive with them. You want to be fearless with them. You want to be, even to some respect, irresponsible enough to just ride on the bike with you don't even have your hands on the handlebar, but they do. So, because they're the King of Spades, right? It's King of Swords. They're going to make sure things are steady. You go ahead and you just leave your hands off the handlebars. You have fun back there. I'm good with that. I'm good with that. I'll just keep this boat steady, right? That's what your person's saying. All right, so then we have the Wheel of Fortune again. Wow, you can't go wrong with this one. Fishing pole guy, you can't go wrong with them. The two of you have so much in common. You enjoy so many things together, whereas you did not necessarily. This person might have said they liked a lot of things that you liked, but when it comes down to it, they really weren't that interested in it. Maybe some of the things, yes, but many of the other things, it's like they really weren't that interested. They just were telling you because they're a snake. They were telling you, they're charming you. They're trying to get you to see them in a light that they really weren't, because they wanted to get you under their skin. They wanted to get you in their belly, right? They wanted to get you in their belly. They wanted to devour you. And devour they did. So you're on a brand new cycle with this person who's a lot of fun. And you're like, oh, I have been so restricted from being able to be social and being able to spend and being able to whatever. Maybe they wouldn't even let you have a job. One or two, you may not have been able to even work because they said no. Because they don't want you out there with people. They're jealous. They're suspicious. They're controlling. So you're like, maybe you're working now. Maybe you are. But you are enjoying your life. You have a lot of great communication. You've been listening to yourself saying, I'm strong enough to be able to put an end to this, to burn this book here, burn this relationship here. Then it just means I need to keep listening to that strength that I had to do that with in the first place. And then we have the Fool. That's you taking a leap of faith. They're going to say, contract with me. This person's going to say, contract with me, be my person. And you're going to say, oh yes, hell yes, I am going to be your person. Look how much fun I've had. Be discerning, of course. Don't go off the charts having too much fun. You know what they say when parents restrict their kids from having candy? That when the kid is old enough to have their own money, where's the first place they go? The candy store. And they pig out on candy. And they pig out so bad they're sick to their stomach. And then and you're lucky that if they're sick to their stomach, they actually have a diversion to it. But most often it's just that they know they just ate too much, but they sure enjoyed all that sugar, especially that chocolate. So anyways, you're going to take a leap of faith to the genie in the bottle is this person. You rub the lamp and this person came out. You're getting to know them. You're very attracted to them. They're a lot of fun, and you do really fun things together and have a lot in common, and you're just like going, I really would like to spend the rest of my life with this person. There's the Hermit energy, but you're always going to be checking in on yourself, because remember, it's like the kid in the candy thing. You were so restricted here that now that you got all this freedom, this person gives you all sorts of freedom. They don't want to restrict you really in any way whatsoever. That you've got it could be a red flag. Because like this guy was coming across as though he was all that to you. So did you learn your lesson, right? Did you learn your lesson? You're going to make sure that this person doesn't have any red flags behind his back that you're just not spotting just right now. So you're going to go in and check with your inner strength that got you to realize that this wasn't right here. This wasn't right anymore. it was like, it was very, very painfully, mentally taxing and burdensome to you, that especially in the last while it has been. So this could be near past, or it could be have been going on for a long time. It'd be far past. But presently you're riding and having a great time with this person, but know that in the near future they want to commit. So you just keep, stay in touch with your inner guidance, the one that helped you to realize, put the thoughts in your mind like, why is this happening? This doesn't seem right. This doesn't feel right. I shouldn't have to, explain myself 40 times to him whenever I just want to spend, $20 on something. Or I got to go to the grocery store or whatever, right? Whatever your situation is, it was just too much. So you've got temperance. You do that, and you're going to find some balance and healing from your past. And healing, knowing that in balance, you're going to be in balance here in this relationship. And then you got the Ace of Cups with the Ace of Swords. And we can go on and on, but we don't have to. So Ace of Cups, so the divine says, check in with me all the time. I'm your strength. I'm your courage. I'm your fortress, right? Check in with me to see if you're not missing any red flags. Because we're not saying he has any red flags or that any can crop up. The divine is just saying that you need to have learned from this for you to be able to say to yourself in quiet, introspective times, am I not seeing any red flags? Just checking in with yourself every now and again. This was such a great time I had with this person. Every time we go out, we have a great time. This, that, and the other time. Everything is good, 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 good. But am I missing something? All right, so that's all that's about, is just check in with yourself to see if perhaps you are missing a red flag that is actually sticking out there and waving at you and saying hello, hello, which it's likely not. But the idea is that you're supposed to evolve as an empress to know that red flags are things that are not just pretty things waving in the wind. There is something to be paid attention to. Did you learn that from this? Because this one obviously had some red flags, but you didn't notice them. Or if you did, you just kind of looked the other way. So this is a growing lesson, right? It's one of those karmic things. This was a karmic, and this is probably more like a true soulmate relationship. You've grown, found the courage to step out of a karmic situation in order to be with a true soulmate, because it wasn't right for you. You started seeing the red flags. So you learned something from that. And this relationship here, you're just going to make sure. It's not like you're going to be suspicious or anything, but you're not going to be like have the wool pulled over your eyes anymore. You are not looking through rose-colored glasses like you might have been here. You're actually seeing clearly now because of that. Lessons learned, right? That you've taken the lessons with you, and now whenever, if anything were to pop up, you're going to see it. You're going to see it, and you're going to question them about it, nicely. But the healing's coming from that, from you growing from a lesson learned with a karmic. You're healing the being ambushed, basically, and bamboozled by somebody who just charmed you. You're healing from that because you won't. This person's charming, they are a lot of fun and everything like that, but you feel so secure with them because it's like pure intention, right? It is like you just feel like they're being honest and true with you, that they're just that type of person. And so you're healing from having learned your lesson here, that now you can really feel like you're in balance and, being able to, you're balancing yourself on the bicycle, right? Really he is, but, whatever. But the divine says, you go girl or guy, and we're rolling out the red carpet for you with the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning of love, big love, and a new beginning of truth. Follow your truth because you're following your heart. Listening to your heart will have you on the road to your truth. Listen to your heart, not the ego, which is it can come across as though it's it's your heart speaking to you, but that's where you got to be discerning. You got to discern, is that truly, like with this situation, if none of this was here and we're just talking about this, you would want to say to yourself something like, this guy, he's so charming, and I just so attracted to them. I just want to be with them. This, that, they're this, that, and the other thing. I can talk to my friends, say, this person like that, he did this, he that, she did this, she that, stuff, right? And you feel like your heart is just like ready to burst, because you just want to be in love. You're in love with this person. You want to tell this person you're in love. You're going to tell this person you want to be with them for the rest of their life. But was that out of a fear of not being alone? A fear of being left alone, not having somebody because this person came along? And it's usually when we're in a karmic situation, guys, quickly to tell you that the reason why we meet someone like this is because we're in the energy that is kind of saying, pick me. Pick me, pick me, pick me, like the neon light across the forehead, right? Pick me, pick me. We all have it. It's all happened to all of us, so you're no different, Gemini. I'm no different. It happens to us. That's the karmic reason. We have to face adversity so that we know what luck feels like, what good feels like, what right feels like, right? Karmic, true soulmate. We have to face a karmic in order to take those lessons so that we change our vibration, our frequency. Now we have found the courage and the strength within us to say, no, I'm not doing this with you anymore. That you then open up your vibration. You expand yourself to the point where now you're meeting others that were outside the pond, the pool, right? The pond that you had met this person in, because you're a different magnet now, and so you've got more of a, how they say there's many more fish in the sea. You got more sea, so more fish to attract to you, and better fish, bigger fish, tastier fish, and all that sort of stuff. So I think it's really, really good for you here. You must be enjoying yourself right now, so just keep on going with it and just keep checking in with yourself. So take care of yourself, Gemini. God bless you. Bye for now.